With the return to Chicagoland this weekend for the 4th of July weekend, let's look back at the most memorable moments from the 19 years it was on the NASCAR schedule from 2001 to 2019. Jeff Gordon and Matt Kenseth had a bit of beef in 2006. The first incident came at Bristol when Kenseth spun Gordon out on the last lap. Kenseth knew he messed up, but Gordon didn't care and shoved the crap out of him on pit road. At Chicagoland later in the season, Gordon was hawking down Kenseth in the closing laps, and when Gordon got to him with 4 laps to go, the rest was history.
That crash cost him critical points, knocked him out of the top 10, but right now he's on the bumper of the leader. Oh! Kenseth goes around off the front end of Gordon. And automatically you think of what happened at Bristol between the 17 and the 24 that resulted in that shoving incident on pit road after the race.
But it did look like his car slowed down. Right there.
To add insult to injury, Kenseth gets wrecked again and has a hard hit crossing the finish line on the last lap.
Jeff Gordon's going to score his first win at Chicago.
Good job.
Most trouble, car spinning. Oh, in the wall.
Matt Kenseth.
Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, that was really nice. That was real nice.
Casey Mears.
In the grass, in the 42 car.
He turned right down across me.
In a mid-race restart, Tony Stewart on fresh tires turns Casey Kane for the lead entering turn 1 in the 2004 Chicagoland race. These two had a bit of prior beef at Darlington after Kane cleared Stewart on the backstretch at Darlington and Stewart just dumped him in turn 3. After the wreck, though, the pit crews went at it and had a full-out brawl on pit road.
Oh, no! Just as we come back to Chicagoland, that's the race leader, Casey Kane. He took fuel only on the restart, and he's got company in the big pile.
Junior, the 8 car has crashed.
Here, Tony gets on the outside of the 40.
I think when he goes up on the outside of the 9, or wait a minute, we'll see.
But you know what? What caused that? You got a guy that's not on the outside.
Wow.
BP, there's a big fight in the 20 pit. Tommy Baldwin, a number of the Dodge guys came down to talk to the 20 crew members. NASCAR officials do have Tommy Baldwin. They are trying to break this up. Huge altercation down here in the 20 pit, guys.
The finish of the 2010 nationwide race at Chicagoland, with the green light checkered, Joey Logano was in the lead, and alongside him coming to the green was Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski, though, ran out of fuel entering turn 3 coming to the green flag. Kyle Busch then took the front row spot, and then Kyle and Joey had a pretty good battle until a big crash happens on the front stretch.
Carl Edwards, too. He was looking to lose points once again, but now he's going to gain points on Brad Keselowski in the championship hunt.
Look at this race for the lead now. This is going to be tight coming off this corner.
Side by side, they head down the back stretch.
I think Kyle Busch has the advantage here on the outside.
Here comes Joey back underneath him. They go into 3. This time by, there'll be a white flag. Look at Kyle get the run off of the corner. That's the clean air you heard Jason Radcliffe request. His driver just gave it to him.
Oh, trouble on the front stretch.
Trouble on the front
They're wrecking
stretch.
behind us.
Ricky Stenhouse is involved. Several other cars involved. The 34 of Tony Raines, Mike Wallace involved. And I believe that the white flag.
Busch wins, and in the victory lane interview, Kyle takes a shot at the fans, and Rusty Wallace accidentally calls him on air a dumbass.
So, you know, got to thank the fans out there. You know, they, I don't know if they didn't appreciate the burnout or if they're just anybody but Busch fans, but they didn't like it too much.
That's all right. You won the race. Congratulations. Kyle Busch, win number.
In the 2010 LifeLock 400, Bill Elliott spins out on lap 179 and didn't have too much damage until Robbie Gordon in the 7 comes flying in out of nowhere and ARCA breaks the crap out of the 21. This marks one of the biggest wrecks that has ever happened at Chicagoland.
Bottom of the racetrack so far all night. Oh, we got
Down here in front of turn 4 up against the wall. Turn 4 up against the wall.
Right behind him, Robbie Gordon couldn't get
Got
slowed
one piled
down.
in here now. Stay low, all down the apron.
All right, he goes in, you see it kind of wiggle. He gets up, it gets away from him. I mean, it almost looked like he had a flat the way it just wiggled. And
he was loose way early into the car. He got loose getting
see,
in.
Robbie's locked up. I think Robbie was hoping the 21 would go down the racetrack.
After the Bill Elliott and Robbie Gordon incident, David Rudiman went on to win his second and final Cup Series race and led a total of 52 laps and led the last 32 in the race.
P30 back.
Man,
You say, how far was he back?
30 back.
I don't think he's quite 30 back. He's off about 29, but that's okay.
That's all right, man.
Tell him what you want to hear on the last lap.
Then whatever. This is where we need an in-car camera. I'd like to see the expression on his face right here because he's got to just be so excited.
It's been 42 races since the aforementioned rain-shortened victory at Charlotte.
That's incredible.
David Rudiman wins at Chicago.
Christian Elder had hands down the worst crash at Chicagoland in NASCAR. In qualifying for the Busch Series in 2002, Elder loses it and hits the outside wall so hard that the entire right side of the car is flattened. He unfortunately was also injured.
Worst thing that happened all day was this. Christian Elder loses control of his Brad Aiken's Ford up in 3 and 4. Car shoots up the racetrack, belts the outside wall. The right front and the right side take the brunt. Look at how hard that car hit the wall and how badly wrinkled it is. They had to cut Christian out of the race car. He has a concussion and a broken collarbone. Medevac flew him to a hospital. Christian spent the night there.
Bumper there, right side of the screen. Oh, a little tap from both of these drivers, Dylan Kwasniewski and Brendan Gaughan. What a terrific job here.
Both of them, really. I mean, look at Dylan. He's way out there, just like Brendan is. They both saved him. How'd they do that? Yeah.
Marking the first ever NASCAR Cup race I had seen in person, the last race at Chicagoland did not disappoint. The race actually started out with a big battle for the lead before a severe thunderstorm nailed the track.
Chips. He's only led 68 laps this year, a career-long winless streak. Can he complete the pass?
He did. I didn't think he was going to get it done. Here comes
Jimmy
the three
Johnson out front. Now, Austin Dillon to the inside. He'll try to take it back.
That's what amazes me. You clear them, the leaders are not gone. They overtake, and Kevin Harvickson not so fast, working the wall. Able to break free of the 3 car. Oh, I don't think Austin's going to let him go. Great side draft by Austin Dillon.
And now Dillon. Oh, a little wobble by
the 3.
Yeah, Austin Dillon got loose. Has to check back.
A new leader, 48.
And later in the race, Alex Bowman would fight Kyle Larson for the win. Larson hunted down Bowman and even passed him in the closing laps. Bowman didn't give up though and took the lead back to win his first ever Cup Series race.
From Bowman, can it be redemption for a year ago?
Larson's car has just been better on these long runs. That trouble earlier that the 88 had getting by lap traffic just allowed Larson to run him down, and now he's got a faster car.
Under 6 laps to go, but Bowman putting pressure back on the 42 as he looks low.
He's there. Can he stay on that quarter panel off the corner? He's got it. He's got it. He's going to be at the side draft.
Going down the backstretch, contact made. Bowman trying to side draft. He takes the lead away as he goes to the bottom of the racetrack.
Bowman's car is better on the bottom.
You're clear. You're clear.
Oh, man, they're both chasing the back of that car.
In a Cup Series race, 2nd through 43rd. But he's never finished first. Working his way through the final turn. Alex Bowman will win at Chicago.
Thank you guys so much. Damn, Greg Ives, you are the man.
This being probably the most memorable moment at Chicagoland, the 2018 finish between Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson was one of the most incredible final lap battles in NASCAR history. Kyle Busch was stuck in lap traffic and nearly even got wrecked by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. at one point. Larson was ripping the top lane and caught him with 1 lap to go. Larson was heading into turn 1 to where we would hear one of the most iconic calls in NASCAR history.
And there's the gap between 1 and 2. Kyle Busch. And here comes Larson. Larson to the bottom of the track.
Slide job.
Trying to take the lead away.
Slide job. Almost.
The momentum. The 18. They make contact. The 18 into the wall. They're side by side again. Going into 3 for the lead. Larson has the advantage. Here comes the 18. He puts the bumper to the back of him. The 18 into the wall. The 42 sideways.
Where's Harvick?
Here comes the 18. Kyle Busch will win.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Kyle Busch followed this with one of the funniest and iconic post-race interviews in NASCAR history as well.
2015 Cup Series champion.
And if it wasn't for lap traffic, it wouldn't even have been a race. I don't know what y'all are whining about, but if you don't like that kind of racing, don't even watch. Racing all the way to the end,
Kyle, we know how cold.
One of the funniest moments in NASCAR history came here at Chicagoland back in 2004 during Busch Series qualifying. Tropicana had two huge orange balloon props outside the racetrack, and during Todd Zaggerty's qualifying lap, one of them flew onto the racetrack. The other ended up ripping through some campers and deflated itself pretty quickly. The one that hit the track, though, went from turn 4 all the way down to turn 1. This overall was caused by a big storm rolling in, and the high winds from the cold front spiked this hilarious and very memorable moment in NASCAR history.
The bouncing orange, they disallowed the lap and they've called it no time, and he does get a rerun.
Mike, quit laughing about that. That wasn't a funny situation.
Well, not for Todd.
No, it's not. I mean, because we talked about this guy earlier, and we're going to see it right here. This was on his first qualifying lap before the rains came, and you'll notice on the apron this big orange bouncing around. It's one of the displays that was tied down outside the racetrack, and of course Todd didn't get near it or hit it, but I mean, that had to be a huge distraction to him, and there you see the remains.
I know how much it was a distraction for us. I can imagine what it's like at about 175 miles an hour.
Tony Stewart didn't have much to show for in the 2011 regular season, but entering the chase, he overcomes a fuel thriller to win the opening race of the chase at Chicagoland. This started his epic comeback from last in the standings to winning the championship in 2011. To show how close everyone was on fuel, at least if not more than half a dozen cars ran out of fuel in the final lap, including a bunch of chase drivers.
Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, all slowing out of gas. Tony Stewart, the fuel holds up. Tony Stewart opens the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup with his first win of the season. There are cars running out of gas everywhere around this racetrack. Matt Kenseth getting pushed by the 38 car. He doesn't want that on the last lap of this race.
Well, he got pushed all the way down the back straightaway, all the way through 3 and 4. That is illegal on the last lap.
Officials will look at it. Look at the guys running out of gas. Jimmy Johnson was out. Kyle Busch was out.
Paul Menard's out.
Look at them all. They got across the start-finish line and just hooked the left onto pit road because they're all out of gas.
After Smoke won the Chicagoland Cup race in 2007, he climbed the catch fence and even climbed into the flag stand. I didn't know he did this until I actually watched the race replay, but a pretty cool and badass moment.
He's looking at it. Here he comes. Where'd he go?
I think the officials told him not to do it. Did you see that? Because it's like he throws up his hands like this.
That was a waste of time.
That was a waste of time. You know, that's cooler than a burnout. I don't care. Everybody can do a burnout.
They opened the gate for him to see if he wanted to go up that way. What do you think?
Yeah, here's my man.
The early Gen 6 era did not disappoint, and the 2014 Chicagoland race was known for some of the best racing you'll ever see, including the daring 3-wide move Brad Keselowski pulled to take the lead and eventually go on to win the race.
That would have been Larson by a skosh.
Oh, that's great, but then by running side by side, here comes the 2 car.
Clear, shut the door.
And here comes Keselowski to make it a 3-way race for the lead. Gonna try and split the middle.
That's the only spot open.
3 wide middle, 3.
Wow, what a pass.
I tell you, that's some risky racing for some guys that have a lot to lose. Kevin Harvick and Keselowski, they're still going for it.
Lot to gain. Win and you're in.
In the inaugural Chicagoland Tropicana 400, Kevin Harvick would hold off Robert Presley and Ricky Rudd to win his second career Cup race.
267 laps today. He got away from Robert Presley on the final restart, and he's going to get win number 2. Kevin Harvick takes the inaugural Tropicana 400 at Chicagoland.
A year later, Harvick would spin out with roughly 70 laps to go and come back to win back-to-back Tropicana 400 races at Chicagoland.
He's not going to be able to handle it on the apron of the racetrack. The banking on the racetrack is only 18 degrees, so it's probably 6 degrees on the apron there, and he finally loops it. Meanwhile, behind these guys start trying to avoid the accident and run into each other.
Yeah, that's true, Bill. We heard from him there a minute ago. But he's come from well deep in the field. The team has played their strategy perfectly. The fuel is going to hold up, and Kevin Harvick is going to come to the start-finish line and take the checkered flag. His third Winston Cup win. He wins the Tropicana 400 for a second straight year.
Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Harvick would go at it in 2015 after Johnson was shoved out of line in the restart by Joey Logano. Johnson would forcefully merge back onto the racing surface and doored Kevin Harvick. This would cause a tire rub for Harvick, and a few laps later his tire would go down, ending his day. Harvick was not happy with Jimmy after the race, and they had an altercation outside of Harvick's RV.
In the 41, a Kurt Busch comes by.
Yeah, he got really tight. Oh, there it is.
Around goes the 4.
Hold the brake, stay up there.
A lot of damage to the back of that car.
And this is what we talked about. This is what we said at the top of the show. The pressure of these decisions.
Down, and so they're going to discuss it. And maybe a little more than discussion.
You see, this sport's full of emotions. You know, Kevin Harvick feels like he was done wrong, and he wants to express his displeasure with Jimmy. These two worked really closely together, you know, making their cars faster, but you can see Kevin's not happy with Jimmy.
That's what the playoffs do.
In what I like to call Tapegate, Chase Elliott would have an illegal piece of tape on a spoiler of his car in the 2017 Chicagoland race. He finished second in this race, but in his post-race interview, you could see a pit crew member removing the tape from Elliott's spoiler. Elliott would get docked 15 driver and owner points, along with Alan Gustafson, his crew chief, being fined $25,000 and being suspended for one race, and the car chief, Joshua Kirk, was also suspended for one race. Jimmy Johnson came oh so close to winning at Chicagoland numerous times in the Cup Series, but in 2001 in the Busch Series, he would claim his only victory ever in the Busch Series at Chicagoland.
Johnson, in his 58th NASCAR Busch Series start, will take the first ever checkered flag at Chicagoland Speedway.
You are a man! You are a man!
In the 2009 Cup race, Kyle Busch was not having a good day, so bad that he would floor the car exiting pit road, and this would inevitably make him drop a cylinder in his engine. And then with a few laps left in the race, he would get put out of his misery and the car would blow up.
Now we hear that the 18 has just dropped a cylinder. I mean,
I think he did that leaving pit lane.
Yeah, when he was leaving, that's when he just...
When he left pit road, he lost the cylinder. I'm telling you, man, you get so mad that sometimes you pray these things blow up. You know what I mean? And when he left pit road, just from that standpoint, he dropped the clutch on that thing. I mean, we had the camera in his car. You could see it. I'm telling you, man, he's got to be turning 10,000 when he leaves the pits. It seems like. And you knock the cylinders out of it. You knock a valve out of it.
Listen. That was just, I want to kill this thing
that's right.
now.
I am mad. I don't want to be here today.
He's a quarter mile away from the right racetrack for that.
But here's the
drag
problem,
strip
man.
is
I
just
mean,
off
he's
the
13th in points. Got trouble in 4.
Oh, Kyle Busch.
Finally finishes it off. What a night.
Hey, blew up, boys.
And that's not what Mark wanted to see.
No. Yeah, he just went in the corner and it blew. Actually, I'm sure
yellow.
all kinds of stuff blew out the bottom of that race car and got on the rear tires. And there's not much you can do.
I also want to show one of these late race restarts because after watching this back, this was some of the most action-packed few laps I've ever seen in NASCAR history.
On your front tires. And it gives you grip.
Whoa,
and he gets him sideways.
Jimmy Johnson's got Hamlin inside. Hamlin pushes him high and comes through as Johnson loses a bunch of spots. Now Vickers goes to the front with Mark Martin trying to shove him through.
Just getting ready to say, Hamlin got a great start. He pushed the 48 all the way down into turn 1 and then pushed him out of the way coming out of the corner.
Oh,
it's not over.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot to prove right now at the front, isn't there, those two guys?
I'll tell you what, Jimmy Johnson did.
There,
83
contact.
What's the 5 car?
There he
What's
goes.
The 5 car?
He's going to say, see ya.
Clean air.
There's that clean air he's been searching for.
Clean air for the 5 car.
They all gave it back to him.
Oh, look at Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson and Kurt Busch.
I don't think Kurt knew that Jimmy was there. Kurt was trying to clean get away to the inside and clear the 83 car, and just Jimmy was there.
Oh, more contact, more paint rubbing, and Jeff Gordon dives to the bottom to try to avoid it all.
That looked like a comeback to me.
Kurt's got a tire rubbing right now.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, that's gonna be big right now.
Still out there.
Oh, and is that Boyer? And the 33 with Keselowski in there too, and Keselowski goes all the way to the wall.
And Keselowski looks like he's got trouble because he's slowing and getting way out of the way.
In the year prior, Kyle Busch and Jimmy Johnson would go toe-to-toe for the win. Kyle would get the best of Jimmy Johnson and would pass him on the green-white checkered restart and win.
That's a great shot right there, man, on a restart.
Johnson low, Busch in the high groove.
Oh, man, I told you somebody was going to drive in deep. The 18 did it.
And the 18, who's not been to the high side all night long, it seems like, goes to the outside.
Now the 48's got to drive in deep. This is where there may be some contact right here.
Look at him wash up the racetrack. Hang on. The 29's lurking right there behind him.
White flag in the air, last lap.
That was good stuff.
That was great race right there.
One more shot.
Jimmy got that run down the backstretch.
Here it comes. Oh, and he did drive it in deep, but he got no place to go with it.
But he gets in, and you see the car skate up the racetrack. That's a typical air push.
Oh, man, that 48's loose.
Off of turn 4, Kyle Busch sweeps at Chicagoland, his 7th win of the season.
And that was all Kyle Busch right there. Okay, we can talk cars, we can talk anything you want to, but that was all driver right there. That was
one of the times Jimmy Johnson came oh so close to winning in the Cup Series at Chicagoland was in 2012. During the final pit cycle, Brad Keselowski would actually illegally merge off pit road and would interfere with Jimmy Johnson. This gave the provisional lead to Brad Keselowski in what could have been the sole reason for him winning this race, and was a factor in winning the 2012 championship. Jimmy Johnson led 172 of the 267 laps en route to this loss.
Are you allowed to come up on the track that early? Oh, sir, he did not wait till his blend line. Inside. Man, you screwed me up coming up on the track that early.
So what Jimmy is talking about, and the conversation from the spotter on the roof, Earl Barban, as we see the look at it.
Well, you're not supposed to blend until you get off turn 2, and I believe that's about where he was. I'm sure it was close.
Yeah, there's no actual line over there. It's you know, whenever you get to the back straightaway,